Don't do this cheating business. Ah, let please hear. What was the recommendation by Krishna? What is most confidential knowledge? Culminating in fixing one's mind on Krishna. Man mana bhav mad bhakto. So how to be able to fix our mind on Krishna? That Krishna will reveal in this chapter, the 10th chapter. Uh, Very interesting, very exciting. Let us begin with the invocation prayers and then we will discuss. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Guru Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sadivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna. If you make fun, then you will become the subject of being fun. Okay? So remain silent and hear. See what Krishna is speaking. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuyeva Mahabaho Shunu me paramam vacha Yatte ham priyamanaya Vakshayami hitakamaya Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuya eva mahabaho Shunu me paramam vacha Yatte ham priyamanaya Vakshayami hitakamaya Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuyeva Mahabaho Shunu me paramam vacha Yatte ham priyamanaya Vakshayami hitakamaya. Recite. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuyeva Mahabaho Shruno me paramam vacha Yatte aham priyamanaya Navshayami hitakamaya. Others cannot recite? Recite? Very beautiful verse. One of the most beautiful verses of Bhagavad Gita. I will explain. Okay. But you have to be very attentive, not playful. Recite.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha
Shri Bhagavan Vacha
Mahabano Baho
Bhuyeva Mahabaho
Shuru Me Param Vacha
Shuru me paramam vacha
Ramaya
Yatteham priyamanaya
Kamaya
Vakshayami hitakam. Good attempt. But if you hear, you can better it. To hear attentively. Okay. So, who spoke the ninth chapter? Krishna. Arjuna, did Arjuna speak in the ninth chapter? No. He was just hearing. Hmm. So, what Krishna is saying? Bhuya eva mahabaho. Bhuya means again. Hmm. So, what is he saying? And Arjuna is being addressed as Mahabaho. Baho means arms. And Mahabaho means one who has mighty arms. Arjuna was a mighty warrior. He could single-handedly defeat a full cavalry of army. He could fight and defeat more than 10,000 soldiers on the opposing side. And many, many other great warriors single-handedly. So he was Mahabaho. He was, another feature of Arjuna was he was ambidextrous. You know the word ambidextrous? Anyone knows what is ambidextrous?
He use both hands.
Yeah, I mean, can you write with both hands? If you put the pen in your left hand, what will be the situation? We will write some language we may not be able to comprehend. Huh? But Arjuna had this skill, very special skill. He was ambidextrous. He could use both hands with same, proficiency. And his hands were outstretched. That means he could win over anyone and everyone. And also, his hands were very strong in performing devotional service. So Krishna is saying, because you are mighty armed, so what you have to do? You have to hear again. If Arjuna is to hear again, what about us? The problem is we are actually hard of hearing. Because hearing requires heart. If to receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is revealed not in the head. Bhagavad Gita is revealed in the heart. One whose heart is mighty heart, not just mighty armed, whose heart is mighty because the Almighty resides where? In the heart. Why? Why he is saying that? Listen again. That Shunu me paramam vacha. Hear again. Why? Because not I am now going to reveal you paramam. Paramam means which is the topmost or which is the highest. Vacha means the words that he will speak. And why Krishna is saying that I am going to speak again for you? Yatteham priyamanaya. This is the very special relationship that Krishna has for Arjuna, and that is why he is speaking Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna considers Arjuna as priyamanaya. Priya means beloved, and manaya means to consider. There are millions of devotees who consider Krishna to be dear. Hear attentively, isn't it? There are millions and millions of devotees who consider Krishna to be dear. But what is very outstanding or what is very special, whom Krishna considers that devotee to be dear. And that devotee is Arjuna. Yatte ham priyamanaya. What is the success of devotion? That the Supreme Lord considers the devotee his beloved. So why Krishna is speaking again? Paramam vacha yatte ham priyamanaya. Because Krishna considers Arjuna to be very dear, beloved. And whoever Krishna considers beloved, why Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose? Vakshayami hit kamaya. Vakshayami means to speak. And why Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita? For hita. Hit, you understand? Benefit. Krishna is giving this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to give us the greatest benefit. Hit kamaya. So there is no other benefit which is higher than the benefit which is bestowed by the Supreme Lord. And how this highest benefit is bestowed? By Bhagavad Gita. So one who is hearing, receiving and applying Bhagavad Gita, he is the most blessed person in this entire creation. This person will become dearmost to Krishna. Yatteham priyamanaya. So Bhagavad Gita is not an ordinary book, or Bhagavad Gita is not just a sacred or a religious book. This is a book which establishes the relationship of the living entity with the Supreme Lord in the highest level of loving relationship, which is called loving devotional service. And where is the proof? Here itself. In the 10th chapter, the first verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. Not just Krishna considers him devotee. Devotee means Krishna considers him to be his best friend. And Krishna is also the best well-wishing friend. He's not just the best friend. We may have so many friends or whom we may consider as best friends, but they may not be the best well-wishing friends. Because you are my dear friend, for your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So what has Krishna explained? Please hear, don't speak in between. Don't talk. Now this is what Krishna is again warning. See, in all these chapters of devotion, again and again Krishna is saying, hear with attention. Because if the attention is lost, this knowledge will not be transferred. So why Krishna has to say that I am giving you the knowledge that is better than what I have already explained? So what has Krishna explained? In the 7th and 8th chapter, Krishna has spoken about his opulences, his Aishwarya. What was the Aishwarya Krishna spoke? Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sasi shuryayo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdekhe paurushamrishu. Krishna starts to explain that how you can know me, my opulence, through my creation. Everything which is created, I am the origin. I am the source. I am the fountainhead. You taste water. When we drink water, if the water is not palatable, our thirst is not quenched. So that taste, the succulent taste in water is Krishna's presence. Prabha Asmi Sasi Shuryayo. Krishna is the Tejas, the light in Sashti, that is moon, and also in Surya. So what is sun without light? Or what is moon without light? So Krishna is the important factor. So in this way, Krishna is speaking about his opulence, but he has only touched upon it. So he will explain it further in this chapter, in the 10th chapter. So he's saying, I'll giving you knowledge that is better than what I have already. So Krishna will explain it in further detail. Why there is a need to explain in further detail? You have all studied You have studied maths in class 4, 5, and 6. Yes, right? Then when you go in graduation, and if you take maths, then is the subject math again. Once what happened, one old lady came to the house of his grandchildren, and she came after many years. So she saw her grandson was studying maths. So she said that 5 years back I came, you were studying maths. And again now you are studying maths. So have you not passed your maths exam? The math which is taught in class 5 and the math which is taught in graduation and the math which is taught in post-graduation is the same? No, no. So similarly, Krishna is taking Arjuna's knowledge into depth, but not only by opulence, by deepening his devotion. So Krishna is explaining in further details. Prabhupada says in the purport, the word Bhagavan is explained thus by Parashar Muni, one who is full in 6 opulences. So there is Bhagavan. This is a combination of 3 words. Bha, Ga, and Van. And what does this Bhagavan means? Bhagavan means that one who is full in 6 opulences. So we're talking about the opulences, the Aishwarya, the Vibhutis of the Supreme Lord. So what are the 6 most attractive things in this entire creation? What are the 6 opulences? First is strength. That is the verse by in Vishnu Puran. Parashar Muni gave the Vishnu Puran. So he has given the verse. It says that Aishwarya. Aishwarya means the opulence. And Samagrasya. Samagrasya means people may be, beautiful. You have Miss World or Miss Universe. But one cannot say that that particular personality is the only beautiful person in the world or the most beautiful person. 1 year, one may be awarded as Miss Universe. Second year, you will have someone else. Not one for every year and all times. But Aishwarya Samagrasya means one who has the complete reservoir of that opulence. So what are these opulences? The first is Virasya. Veer means strength. So as we have Mr. Universe and world heavyweight boxing champion, but they all keep changing. They keep getting defeated by another challenger. No one can say that he has all the strength in the world. So all the reservoir of strength, if some person has, and that person is the supreme person. So that is Virasya. Virasya means strength. Then Yashasha. Yasha means fame. You see the fame of Supreme Lord Krishna. After 5,000 years, his fame is still expanding. Can you name a personality? Any historian who's 5,000 year back person whose fame is expanding? Anyone? Even 500 years? Who?
Valmiki.
Okay, Valmiki is a devotee. He's devotee. He's a devotee. Na? Why is he known as Valmiki? Because he gave Ramayana. Ramayana. Yeah, try.
Surdas.
Again, he is a devotee. The fame of the Supreme Lord and his devotees will continue to shine. Of course, he gave us the Srimad Bhagavatam. You see, the fame of Mahatma Gandhi, is it expanding or decreasing? Prabhupada is a topmost devotee. Yeah. So if you see any politician or any, celebrity, so-called celebrity, his name and fame is only for a few years. But the Supreme Lord, his fame is ever expanding. And Shriya means beauty. There is no one in the world who have been glorified about his beauty as compared to Lord Krishna. So many, compositions, so many songs, so many verses have been uh, written about the beauty of the Supreme Lord. He is so captivating. Kandarpa koti kamaniya vishesha shobha. Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. His beauty even surpasses the beauty of Cupid personified. When the Cupid has audience of Krishna, he becomes fainted by seeing such beauty of the Supreme Lord. And so you will not find in this world anyone who has full strength, who has fame, who also has beauty. This combination is impossible. Either he will have beauty or he will have strength. But here is the Supreme Lord who has all of it together. And also he has jnana, knowledge. No one can compare or compete with him in knowledge. No other text or book can compete or compare with the knowledge which Krishna spoke as Bhagavad Gita. Along with it, he is also the supreme in Vairagya. Vairagya means detachment or renunciation. And Aishwarya means the opulence. So he is full of, now see, he is full in 6 opulences, who has full strength, who has full fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, and renunciation, is Bhagavan. Bhaga means 6, and Van means who? Possess. So, if we are to conclude that who is the Supreme means he must have all these 6 opulences in full. Or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. While Krishna was present on this earth, he displayed all 6 opulences. Therefore, great sages like Parashar Muni have accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all these sages, Parashar Muni has given the Vishnu Puran. He is the father of Vyasadeva. So he has not given based on his own emotion or sentiment, but based on his findings, on his research. Now Krishna is instructing Arjuna in more confidential knowledge of his opulence and his work. So that is why this is Paramam Vacha. That Krishna is speaking about his opulences and his work, his actions. Previously, beginning with the 7th chapter, the Lord has already explained his different energies and how they are acting. Now in this chapter, he explains his specific opulence to Arjuna. In the previous chapter, he has clearly explained his different energies to establish devotion and firm conviction. So he has already explained his different energies, how these energies are created by him. So by studying the energies, what we can find out? We can find out the energetic. By studying the creation, what we can come to know? The creator. How can we know the creator? By his creation. Similarly, here it is being said in the previous chapter, he has clearly explained his different energies to establish devotion in firm conviction. His different energies to establish devotion in firm conviction. Again, in this chapter, he tells Arjuna about his manifestations and various opulences. So he will explain in great detail what he has already explained briefly. So, what is the connection? The point was that how to fix one's mind on Krishna. So Prabhupada addresses this very important aspect. He says, the more one hears about the Supreme God, the more one becomes fixed in devotional service. So, this is the connection, or this is the scientific way of elevation. The more one hears about the Supreme Lord, the more one gets fixed in devotional service. How? Because his mind gets attached to Krishna. So, why our mind is not getting attached to Krishna? What is the reason? Lack of hearing. And while hearing, lack of attention. Yeah. Even while we are here, while we are hearing, we are thinking about something else. Why? Because we have not realized Krishna's opulences. If one is attracted to Krishna's opulence, then his mind will not get distracted. So, how to control the distracted mind? One hears with attention. The more one hears about the Supreme Lord, the more one becomes fixed in devotional service. Can anyone give some examples? How it is practically possible? Yeah, so we are also hearing, but is it becoming? Is that platform being reached?
By chanting Hare Krishna.
Please hear. This is the problem. We don't want to hear. We want to speak without knowing the subject matter. What are the examples that the more one hears about the Supreme Lord, the more one becomes fixed in devotional service? Some examples to illustrate this principle. You have heard about Rukmani Devi? Who was she?
Was the wife of Krishna.
She was the main queen. And how she got attached to Krishna? By hearing. She never saw Krishna. From whom she heard about Krishna? The glories of Krishna, from where she heard? From which source? From Narad Muni. Narad Muni. Just by hearing from the right source. In her heart, she developed so much affection and attachment to Krishna. And she made up her mind that she will serve Krishna only, no one else. That's a very beautiful verse. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundar shanvatam te. Shrutva gunan. Shrutva means to hear. And what she heard? Gunan, the transcendental qualities of Krishna. What are the qualities? Aishwarya samagrasya virasya yashasya. How Krishna is full in all opulences. How he is the personified person of all strength, all fame, all beauty. So he is Bhuvana Sundara. So by hearing in her heart, she could capture Krishna's beauty. And she was so much attached to Krishna. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shanvatam. Nirvira karna vivare harato angat papam. And when from her ears the glory of Krishna entered her heart, what happened? Harato angatapam. So all her troubles and tribulations were completely settled. So this is very important. So one must hear, like Arjuna is hearing. Arjuna is hearing with rapt attention. How was Parikshit Maharaj hearing? 7 days and 7 nights without a drop of water and not even blinking his eyes. So hearing is to be done with rapt attention, full attention. Because if we hear attentively, what will happen? In the heart, Krishna is already there. Krishna is already seated in the heart. He is just waiting to see when we become serious and sincere. And as soon as we become sincere and serious, Krishna will start to reciprocate from the heart. So, hearing is the most important aspect. You see how we have all been inclined to Krishna just by the process of hearing. To the extent we are attentive in hearing, to that extent, Krishna's attraction will penetrate our heart. The Prabhupada says one should always hear about the Lord in the association of devotee. This is very important aspect. Not hearing from here and there. Most of us, our hearing guru is what? YouTube. That hearing will not work. The Prabhupada is specifically mentioning. When did he write this purport? When did he give this purport? When there was no YouTube. Was there any YouTube at that time? Prabhupada gave this purport in 1960. At that time there was no mobile phone. No one knew what is mobile phone. So very important. So those who are hearing from unauthorized sources, or those who are hearing from here and there, the manifestation of Krishna in the heart will never appear. Prabhupada is warning us that one should always hear. He is specifying that not that one should sometimes hear. He says one should always hear about the Lord in associations of the devotees. That will enhance one's devotional service. So if one is hearing, then the natural outcome would be that he has a desire to serve Krishna. That is what it means that one is having his mind and attention fixed on Krishna. If there is no desire to serve Krishna, that means one has not begun the process of hearing. That awakening of the heart has still not taken into possession. The awakening is not there. There is slumber. Slumber, you understand? Deep sleep. Who is sleeping in the heart? Who is sleeping? Yes, soul. So whom we have to awaken by hearing? So how we have to hear? We have to penetrate the layers of our mind, which is most distractive, then our intelligence, and also our false ego. Our mind does not allow us to hear. It does not allow any subject matter of spiritual value to enter into the heart. It deflects. And even if you are successful by penetrating or concentrating the mind, then there is a bigger devil inside, which is false ego, which does not allow anyone to pass through its invisible mirror. So one has to surpass the layers of the distraction of the mind and the false ego. Then there will be awakening of the soul. So then when we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we tell you to chant, chant, chant. And what your mind says? Can't. They will not chant. Why? Because if you chant, the awakening will happen. But the point is, the mind does not want you to become awakened. It wants you to remain his slave. So choice is yours. So Prabhupada is explaining here and is warning that one should always hear about the Lord in the association of devotee. That will enhance one's devotional service. And how does devotional service begin? By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If there is no chanting, there is no beginning of devotional service. As simple as that. As plain as that. And our mind is always giving this proposition that don't chant. Then there is no awakening. We will continue to consider ourselves as this body or maximum as our mind. Haribol, why you are opening this? Don't tear it. Here. Leave it aside. Leave it aside. Okay, try to pick up the book and read with us. This is very important. So see, this is very scientific. As you sow the seed in the soil And as you pour water, what will be the result? The sapling will come out. There will be some growth. There will be some germination. And as you will pour water and the sunshine will be there, the plant will start to grow. And after some stage, the plant should bear some flower and some fruits. Similarly, in devotional practice, if your process has been applied properly, what will be the result? That you will have desire to perform devotional service. If that desire is not coming, that means that the process has not been subscribed so far. It has not taken place. Very important. So Prabhupada is saying, so that will enhance one's devotional service. Discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. This is another big statement, very important statement. That discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. The words are very, very important. Prabhupada is talking about the society of devotees. He is not talking about non-devotees. So there may be devotees of all, varieties. But he says that this discourse, what discourse? Discourse of this Bhagavad Gita. Where what is the exchange? Priyamanaya and Hitakamaya. Where Krishna is considering the devotee to be most dear, and Krishna is looking to give the biggest benefit. So such discourses cannot happen amongst all the classes of devotees. That is what Prabhupada is saying here. The discourses in the society of devotee can take place only among those, not everyone, who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. What it means to be really anxious? It is not that any devotee and every devotee will get this benefit of Bhagavad Gita. No. Those who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. What it means to be really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. Such devotees are eligible candidates to receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, not others. So what it means to be really anxious? Are we really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness? How many of you feel you are really anxious? Please raise your hand. You feel? How many rounds you are chanting daily? Yes, madam. I'm asking her. Yeah? Are you chanting every day?
Yes.
How many rounds? 20 times. Hare Krishna mantra. That is not even one round. One round completes 108. So how Krishna is saying Satatam Kirtayantoma. And you see, 9:14, Krishna is speaking here. This is what it means to be really anxious. See, please read 9.14. Read the translation. This is on page number 419. Where is Dayashil? He's not there? You found out? Read. Yeah, you just read the translation, English translation. 419. Yes, always chanting my glories. Then?
Great determination,
Yes.
going down before me, these great souls perpetually worship you with devotion.
This is really anxious. Satatam Kirtayantoma. How many hours do we have in a day? So Krishna is saying 24 hours chanting. And how much we are chanting? 20 seconds. 20 mantras means how many seconds? 20 seconds. But to be able to do it, what is required? endeavoring with great determination. Some of the devotees who are online, they were chanting since morning. They chanted 64 rounds today. Because I had requested them. Some of them are there online, you can't see. Ravinder Prabhu, Priyanka. Manoram, you also completed 64? Oh, you were distracted.
Prabhuji, around 5 left, I'll complete, Prabhuji.
Okay, don't sleep before completing.
Yes.
Purushottam?
48, Prabhu.
Why? Distraction came. Pradeep?
I completed 64.
Very good. It requires determination. It is not possible. Even after being given such, congenial environment and so much favor, still not possible. Because what is required? Determination, great determination. And endeavor is to be required. Yatantascha Dridhavrata is not simple. Because it requires to be greatly anxious to be able to do that. If it is so simple, why people are failing? Why they are not able to do it? It is such a innocuous mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna saying this is the most, powerful way of my worship. Why we are not able to do it? What is the difficulty? The difficulty is that we are still not convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is our Prabhupada is saying discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. Others cannot take part in such discourses. They may be present. Physical presence does not qualify them to become a recipient of this knowledge. What it depends on, what is the position of their heart? Is their heart really fertile? It is there. The rain may be there everywhere. When it rains from the sky, the rainwater falls on all types of land. Rocky land, sandy land. But is the yield everywhere the same? Is the yield same? No, it can never be the same. It depends on the soil, how fertile it is. Similarly, the discourses, such discourses, can only benefit those who are really anxious. And Prabhupada saying others cannot take part in such discourses. The Lord clearly tells Arjuna that because Arjuna is very dear to him. For his benefit, such discourses are taking place. So unless and until, so Bhagavad Gita is meant for whom?
For Krishna.
You hear, told you, please learn to hear. If you will hear, then you will receive knowledge. In the second chapter, Krishna reveals that the person, when he speaks, his consciousness is revealed. So, who can receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? But either you raise your hand or you speak. Thus, by raising a hand, you do not get the right to speak. No one else is trying. No one else is even trying. What is the qualification to receive Bhagavad Gita? We have discussed it in such a length. What it means to be anxious, this is what I am finding out.
To be anxious, to be eager to be attain the supreme.
Not attain. That is again selfish. Attain means there is selfish agenda. It's written here. We have already discussed that. Who can receive? Yes, Leela? Yeah, speak. One who has a desire to serve. There. One who has a desire to serve. If that desire is not there, if that platform of devotion is not there, one cannot become recipient. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita in the midst of both the armies, isn't it? How many people were hearing? Hundreds and thousands. How many were benefited? Only one. One more, thought-provoking fact. Like Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, same way Sanjay was speaking to Dhritarashtra. What benefit did Dhritarashtra get from hearing Bhagavad Gita? Did he get any benefit? No. He didn't receive any benefit. Why? Because he was not really anxious to be Krishna conscious. What it means to be anxious and Krishna conscious? One who has a desire to serve Krishna. When this desire will come? When one becomes a lover of Krishna. Otherwise, desire will not come. The desire is there to receive service, not to render service. Why the mother is always anxious to serve the child? Why?
She's serving her with devotion.
She is not having devotion to the son. You cannot, impose the same principle here. But she has love and affection. So what it means to receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? One who is in love and affection with Krishna. He can receive Bhagavad Gita's knowledge. Others cannot. Prabhupada is saying others cannot take part in such discourses. So very important that if you really want to taste this nectar of Bhagavad Gita and benefit from it, what we must do? We must begin to serve Krishna. Love is expressed through what? Not the way that our generation is trying to. I love you, but what can you do for me? Nothing. What kind of love it is? It is only a show, no substance. To love means to serve, and to serve means to sacrifice. No, hear, rascal. Hear. If you don't hear, then you will not gain anything. But the habit is so, you have seen a dog's tail? It can never be straight. How long you keep it holding, and as soon as you leave it, it will again become curved. If you can hear, then you can get the benefit. Very important. We must have the desire to serve, and to serve what will be required? Sacrifice, which we are not willing to do. Which shows that we are not really anxious. What we have to sacrifice? We have to sacrifice our mind's liking and interest. So option is ours. And what one can benefit by receiving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is speaking in the next verse. I will just open it and we will discuss it next time. Name vidu surgana prabhavam na maharshaya ahamadir hidevanam maharshinam cha sarvasha Name vidu surgana prabhavam na maharshaya ahamadir hidevana maharshinam cha sarvasha. So Krishna says this knowledge and secret which I am going to reveal to you is not even known to Suragana. Suragana means the demigods. Even the best of the demigods do not have this knowledge. The knowledge which I am going to reveal to you. Even it is not known to the Maharshiya. Maharshiya means the great sages. Okay, agreed. The demigods may not know it. Why? Because the demigods are your Sakam Bhaktas. They are imbued with their own selfish motives. That is why they are taking the position of demigods. Hmm. Their enjoyment takes precedence. So they are Sakam Bhaktas. So Krishna is not very inclined to the Sakam Bhaktas. But what about the Rishis? Rishis means they are renunciate. They are free from material desires. So Krishna says, even they do not know. What they do not know? Aham adirhi devanam. That I am the Adi, I am the origin of all the demigods, and even for the Maharshi Nam cha Sarvasha. Neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences, which Krishna is going to reveal here. For in every respect, I am the source of the demigods and the sages. So this is the position of a one who has received knowledge. He surpasses the position of the great sages and even the great demigods. If one has this clear understanding of Krishna's opulence and Krishna's vibhutis, which Krishna is revealing in Bhagavad Gita. So that is the position of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita's knowledge is, that is why, unparalleled. It cannot be compared to anyone, not only of this planet, even of the higher planets. And we have the opportunity in this month to distribute Bhagavad Gita. We are observing in ISKCON Bhagavad Gita Marathon. You know, on 1st of December, there will be Mokshada Ekadashi, this coming 1st December. And that is the Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. And ISKCON devotees world over, they distribute millions and millions of Bhagavad Gita all over the world. And our temple is one of the foremost temple because our temple is Radha Parthasarthi temple. Partha is Arjuna and Sarthi is Krishna. Again you spoke. This is the problem. The disease is very deep. The disease to be cured, the dose has to be heavy. If you speak next time, there has to be some penalty. Here, when a person speaks, he reveals his position of ignorance. But if a person is silent, that is why it is said that silence is golden. If speech is silver, then silence is golden. Anyway, he is a child, but by this child, we should not be distracted. We should learn the principle. So we have the opportunity to do service, to please Krishna. Try to tell Krishna that I am also, if not fully anxious, I am at least a little bit anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. How? By spreading the message of Bhagavad Gita. So you all have opportunity. And I see in so many years, I keep asking, but very few respond. Very few fortunate souls respond. Most of them, they are distracted by their mind and by their own beliefs. They still are guided by what they have their own conceptions or perceptions. When I came first in IARI, in first 2 years, we distributed maximum books because those students were very receptive. But after that, the distribution in IARI has dwindled because now people are thinking that their image is more important than Krishna's image. So they are not able to do. But I request all of you that this year take advantage. Krishna is speaking, you see, in the 18th chapter and 71 verse. Krishna is speaking that anyone who distributes this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, now 68, series of verses, 68, 69, 70 and 71. Now you see the verse number 68. This is page number 753. No, one or two pages may differ. But one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees. See what Krishna is saying when he is concluding this Bhagavad Gita. You got it? 18.68. Ya idam paramam guhyam. No, just here. Mad bhakteshu abhideshyati bhakti mai param kritva mamevashyati asamshaya. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed. Pure devotional service is guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. So if one distributes Bhagavad Gita, one explains the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna becomes mighty pleased, Mahabahu. And he is guaranteeing the return of such a person back to him. And there he says, there is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. This is what we are discussing. How to become dear to Krishna. Why Krishna will consider us dear? When we do what Krishna desires from us. Not that we do all our nonsense and we think Krishna will consider us dear. No. So this is very important. So my request to all of you is, all of you give up your own shyness or your highness. And all of you should become a volunteer to distribute Bhagavad Gita. Every day you approach at least 2 persons and tell them about Bhagavad Gita and give them the opportunity to accept Bhagavad Gita. And now people are, more resourceful. In IARI, everyone is resourceful. So you ask them to sponsor also Bhagavad Gita. We are distributing to so many students free copies of Bhagavad Gita, even to prisoners in hospitals, so many other, institutions. So you can get them sponsored. Who will volunteer? How many of you want to participate in Bhagavad Gita distribution? No one is raising his hand. And this is the position. I don't want to perform devotional service. Don't want to become dear to Krishna. You don't want to do Maya? Why you are not raising your hand?
Secret service.
What secret service? So, then again, there is this own conception. See, what is the conception of Krishna? That is more. If someone in your class, he says, I will perform some secret, project. Will that be acceptable in IRI?
No.
It has to be what is scheduled, what is prescribed. That is empowerment. But I don't see, I don't see unless and until you have enthusiasm, you won't be able to do it. Those who have enthusiasm, they do it every year. They distribute hundreds and thousands of Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because Krishna Shakti empowers them. But if you don't have enthusiasm, then how will there be empowerment? If you don't have conviction in your heart, it will be difficult. You are still not convinced, how you can convince others? So my request is, all of you, those who are seated here, minimum 11 Bhagavad Gita you should distribute. 11 is very small number. Very, very small. How many of you want to distribute? Option is yours. Whether you distribute or not, Bhagavad Gita will be distributed. And those who do this service, they will get the benefit. Okay? Okay, so you write the name, come here. Or you give the paper to me, I'll write. Give one page. Okay. My quota is 15,000. Yeah. For last 15 years, I am doing more than 10,000 by Krishna's blessing. And our temple does more than 500,000. Only our temple in Delhi. We have 15 more temples. But it will only happen when there is a desire and when there is enthusiasm. And Krishna is kind. Every year he makes it happen. Okay. So I'll begin from the last row. What's your name? Yeah, speak. What's your name? Kaustubh, you are a student here? Okay. How many you want to do? How many people you know in IARI? At least you know 15, 20 people or not? Students? Or how many students are there in your class? In your class? 121, so you do 21. Okay. You click at least 1/5 of them. 21. And we have every language. You ask for any language, we can give you. Okay. Is it possible? The attempt is to be made. If there is an attempt, the attempt itself is success. Krishna consciousness is not dependent on result. What Krishna said, yatantascha dridhavrata. What endeavor is success. If there is no endeavor, there is no success. Krishna consciousness is not like material, consciousness, where every action is judged by the result. Krishna consciousness is judged by the effort, by the endeavor. How much we are willing. This is what we have to change. Who are really anxious, who have desire to serve. We don't have a desire, but here is an opportunity that with this service we can please Krishna. So we must put our best efforts. Yes, madam. What's your name? Can you spell, please? Naga. Acha, Nagmani. Okay, madam. You are scientist here? Which department? Which science? Seed science. Okay, seed science. Oh, seed science is the root. Huh? Okay, how many you will distribute? 11 is less. You are a scientist. Okay, you begin with 11, your first year. Be comfort. If you can do more than 11, do that. Okay, next. Okay, you are Sir Akash. Or Akash. Okay. What are your principal? What discipline are you here in? Agri engineering. How many you want to do, Akash?
11 to 15.
Okay, very good. Very good. If you even say 12, that means there is enthusiasm. Very good. Yes, next. What's your name? Jigyasa. Okay. Krishna says that 4 kind of people can approach him. You know? You know the verse? Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritano arjuna artho jigyasu. So you also come in one category, which is called jigyasa, means inquisitive. Okay. So may I inquire what is your number? 2. I don't know. 2 I will not write. Why only 2? You know only 2 people in IRI. Then I said minimum is 11. Huh? You should say 12. You did not hear what your next person said. He said 11 to 15. You try, I am writing 11. But try to do it. You are not trying to please me. You are trying to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? And he is there in the heart, he is witnessing. Maybe for the first time, we are making some determination to serve him. So please don't get it dissolved. Okay, next. What's your name? Okay, Pallavi. Pallavi, you are also a student here? What course you are pursuing? Vegetable science. Okay. We have, all regional languages. Whatever regional language that you require, I'll be able to provide you. Best is to take English. Best is to take English. But if the person to whom you are giving is not convinced he wants in regional language, we can give as well in regional language. Okay, Pallavi, how many? 12. Very good. Okay. Next to Pallavi. Yeah. A little louder, please. Okay. And you are in which department? Plant pathology. How many you want to do? Okay. Next. Oh, doctor, sir. Murlidhar, sir. It should.
51.
Very good. Thank you. Applause for him. Murli, sir. 31 to 51. And we can give in every language. Okay, your daughter is included with you. But madam is not included. Yeah, I know your name. Prachi ma'am. How much?
Well,
Why? It's too less. Less. It depends upon you. See, it's an open offer. Their shield number is 1000. With heart, accepted or not? You are still in doubt.
1 to 1, I will try.
Overall is 1000.
Uh,
I am giving you entire IARI. What else you want? I told you the example of Brahminder Madhusudan Prabhu. He has already done 700 because he has a desire to do. Okay. Next. Tuhina. How many? You should do 100. Can I share something with you, which is fact? When I came for the first time in ISKCON, my teacher told me do 100. And at that time, now I told you we are doing 500,000. At that time, the entire temple did 1,000. How many years back? I'm talking about 2003. 10,000, sorry, not 1,000, 10,000. The biggest scorer did 1,000. And he told me that you do 100. I asked him, Prabhuji, who will take from me? He said, don't worry, you just say yes. So I said yes. And he told me, you take the books from me here today itself. So I was having the car. So I took the books and the books were sold. So next year he told me, you do 200. I said, okay, sir, I will do it. Next year he said, do it 500. Next year he said, make it 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. And last 15 years, it is more than 10,000. And this year he told me, do 15,000. I said, I will do. So the Krishna will act through you. But you have to become instrument. You have to allow him to act. If you allow him to take the charge, then he will make you, become an instrument to do service. That is called empowerment. We cannot distribute even one Gita on our own. But if Krishna's blessing and Krishna's empowerment is there, you can distribute thousands. But a desire should be there. So you should distribute more. Try to distribute more. Yeah. If you try, then you have to make effort also. You have to spare some time and approach people. And now this is the most favorable time. In India, there was no more favorable time. I'm, in devotional practice since 2003. In last so many years, I have not seen such a favorable time what I see now. Most favorable time. Okay, Tuhina. How many should I write? You see inspiration from him sitting next to you is then 1,000. You should do 100. Try to do 51. Okay. Next to Tuhina. Yes, madam. Okay. Nitya ma'am. You are also scientist here? Which division? Entomology. Entomology is what? Study of science of plants, insects. Okay. So you are in a big department. You will be having so many students and so many faculty members. Not many? 8 faculty members. And how many students? 40. So you try to do 21? Possible? Try. You can take regional languages as well. Okay. Leela is back. Leela Jyoti. How many you want to do, Leela? What is comfortable for you? 11? Okay. Yes, madam. 2 more. Okay, 15. 15. Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna, Kranti.
last few years back, sir,
Hmm.
when Prabhuji.
Don't. This is not a toy, na. Please keep it here.
I want to tell you the actual fact.
Yeah.
I used to do Then Prabhuji, when my senior technical officer, he was ISKCON devotee. He used to associate with me. So he told me, Madam, you distribute. So I took also, but so really when I started giving to the students, they tell that Madam is doing some religious activities. So this type of things we have to face. Even though then what I did, I given money to that Prabhuji and I told sir, you distribute because he's retired then. So this type of problems we have, sir.
Never mind. When you will distribute, there will be some opposition. People will call you names. Even we also face till now. But we are not disappointed or we are not, our enthusiasm is not fizzled out. And initially, when you will try and attempt to do service, when the child starts to walk, what is the result? He falls. How many times he falls? Can there be any number to it? But eventually he walks and he runs. If people don't, fill sadhana card, if you start filling your sadhana card, initially for many months, score will be 0. Neither wake up will be in time, nor chanting will be in time, no reading in time, no, sleeping in time, no service in time, nothing. When I started to fill, first time when I filled, result was 0. But that did not, discourage me from filling. So it will change. But what will have to be required? Krishna will test our determination. It will always be there. Always there. It happened so many times when I went to distribution, entire day not even one Bhagavad Gita was taken. But that does not discourage us to, discontinue the service. So many years I am coming to IARI. What is the count? I am giving free service here. Yes or no? How many are coming to receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? If you have a disco party here, you see, you cannot accommodate it. If you have a drink party or a drugs party, there will be so many numbers. We try to do our part. That is most important. Our endeavor, our effort, that will purify our existence and that will qualify us to do some devotional service. That is success. That is success. And initially it is going to be tough because we don't have the purification. But the process of purification is to go through the process. Once you have been purified and once you have been fixed, then Krishna will make it look very simple. You will tell one and he will immediately accept. But initially, it is not going to be so easy. So you have to go through that process. Okay. You tell me, you can sponsor. There is no problem. 21. Yeah. Okay. Your husband works where? You do not work in IEA, right? Where do you work?
Agriculture ministry.
Agriculture Ministry. Okay. What's your name?
Narendra.
Narendra. So you can distribute in your colleagues. In our agriculture ministry, there are many devotees also working in agriculture ministry. You know them? Okay. So maybe a big office. Most of the ministries we have devotees and they do a lot of book distribution. So how much you want to do?
11.
Okay, 11. So thank you. But my request is, please pick up the books before I come next on Saturday. Okay. Next Saturday will be, today is what? 15th. Okay, 22nd. 22nd. Before that, you please take up the books, keep it with you so that you know you have to do this service. If you don't pick up the book, it will be very difficult for you to distribute because our desire to do service is still not there. We are not at that stage. Yeah. So this will help you. And when you are cornered, when you don't get, response good from Krishna, from people, then you must pray to Krishna. That please help, that I can do some service. Then Krishna will empower you. Okay. Thank you very much. So on what we discussed today, if you have any questions, we will discuss next time because it is already past 9. Absolute. Okay. Absolute means that which has no equal. Which has no equal or parallel. That is absolute. Okay. What's your question?
unable to understand the term divine opulences.
Divine opulences is something which is beyond this material world. We have opulences of these people, of this world. What is the opulence? The person who is the richest. 10 years back, who was the richest person on planet Earth? Is he the same person? Well, who is the richest person today? Will he be the next year? No. So his opulence is not divine. It is flickering. It is changing. Got an idea? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.